Okay, righto, good morning. I have a pressure cooker here. It is a Russell Hobbs, but the saying is it doesn't want to work, the power doesn't come on. So let's just open it and see what is wrong with it. Let's just open the lid. Oh, there's a chocolate for me. Oh, nice. Okay, let me just check, yeah? Just for interest sake. Let's see. I will also wonder how this little thing works. If you open it, you'll see there's a rubber, so opening from the inside. See, there's the little filter seeker. The foodstuff doesn't go in there, and then there's a little rubber inside here. There's a little rubber. Now that rubber lies on top of here, and this thing has a weight. So if you it drops and then it lifts itself. So when it lifts, the air comes out. When it drops, the weight and that little rubber sits on top of that little pin, and then only the pressure let it against the weight, let it allow a little pressure, the right amount of pressure inside the container. So this is nice. Here's another valve here. I think it's just a safety, also just a safety valve that with a rubber that can comes out when it over pressure. Okay, and then there's the seal inside that sits here. Okay, let's just then see what's going inside. Inside, obviously here's the element, and then there's I think this is a switch. When you press it, I'll check inside, something to do with the switch off. When you lift it, then it switch off the element. Then inside is your cavity. Okay, I just opened that bottom lid, take it out, and I can see here's a few things already. You can see, let's just put the light in here. There's the bimetal. This is like when the heats, it control the heat, like a ironing, or so the iron clothes, what you iron your clothes with. Same as that thing, a bimetal that goes up and down. There's your element, and here's the input. Here's the PC board, and then there inside is the control part is inside the PC board. But I can almost see for now, normally what happened with these type of things, here's fuses, and these the ones that normally pack up before anything else. So this is a safety device. If the thing should heat up more than this type of the temperature where it's allowed, and then it switches off. But obviously that is also a mechanism that if it overheats, it will obviously open. So this is more what it is. So, and what else? Yeah, so this is the input here, and then there's your PC board, power supply, then a buzzer, and okay, yeah, the thing on the inside that goes up and down, you can see here, that is, it tells me it's a temperature sensor. That is the input on the PC board. So that thing, make sure it touches the bottom always, and make sure the temperature is what you set, whatever you want to cook inside. So I'm not sure how this thing and this thing works together. Then there's just a safety device. If your control PCB should fail and the element just heat up, and then this one will open. And alright, I think the first thing I'm going to measure these two fuses. Obviously one or two is the ones that's faulty, and let's go from there. Okay, I'm going to take my multimeter, let's put it in the buzzer, and we're going to measure between, this is the input, this is the neutral when it comes in. See, there is that. You can go through this rubber. You see there it goes. And then this one. So this, obviously this one is is the problem. Let's just go measure it properly. So this one is dead, so obviously this is our problem. We'll have to bypass it, and then let's check the other one here on the bottom side. So this is the live input, and yeah, there's it. Go tell me that one is still alright. Okay, as I say, this is just safety devices. If you leave it unattended, you can maybe, but this is part of the what these people need to comply with, obviously, is but I'm gonna just bypass this thing. If I can just get this thing loose, then I can okay, another interesting thing, there's a little backlight, this mica washer that comes between the so if the heat from this pan will eventually go through the screw and in there and over here, and so if it heats up this thing unnecessary, obviously then it will heat up, and then if you don't mount this thing properly, then it will obviously cause this thing to come in effect and work. So what you do, you just go like this, and we're gonna put my soldering iron on, and I'm gonna, you just cut this thing here. You always leave then a piece of this metal here, cut it short here. So now there's the thing, if you get a magnifying glass, I just want to quickly check what is the say on here. Okay, it says it's a 10 amp 133 degrees 220 volt fuse. This is also very interesting there. If you open these things, there's a spring inside that at a certain temperature it melts like a wax and stuff, and then the spring then pulls back and then it opens. So what I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna just solder this thing out quickly. We're gonna put a connector block in here or whatever, but I think solder will do the thing. So I said it's a safety device, so you have to comply with certain rules and regulations. There's people manufacturing this stuff, so but I normally just take it out, and as long as you don't leave it unattended then it will be fine. But obviously let's put this thing back. Screw this thing in here again. But this is like a thick rubber hose, silicone hose, so I don't know what is the idea of the heat. You need to go through here and here to be able to make it work. Normally in the iron they put it close to the element, to the heat part. But I guess it's maybe when there's a flame here or something in the sort, and then it will work. Okay. Now I'm gonna just quickly plug in the the power cord and then see what we see. Here's my power cord. Here's my power cord. We're gonna plug it in here. I think for safety let's just somewhere close this lid. This is now easy opening. It's not like a sewing machine or one of those coffee makers. You don't know how they flip and design the stuff that you can't open the thing. Stop. Okay, let's just go put in the power cord. Gonna take this off here. Put the power cord on. See, there it's business. I can somebody see there it goes. I don't know how this works. Menu. Start. Okay, but anyway, it's working. So this is now a one fixed Russell Hobbs pressure cooker, and now you know, you can feel inside here. I start getting hot. And there's a temperature sensor. That's why it's spring loaded. It always makes contact with the bottom here, the bottom of this food container. You can see there it makes contact for feedback. Okay. Interesting. Okay, hope you let's just close here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and now you know if your pressure cooker is something wrong. This is maybe one of those two fuses that's faulty. Till next time, cheers.